Hey, it's Webs here with the first task of the C'thun event starting in Hearthstone Mercenaries today. The task in question being Glacial Rave, which is to complete the Ravak Bounty with all your mercenaries alive in Alterac Valley. At least I hope it is, because I'm probably going to be asleep when this video actually is put out. So for this task, I did it 3 ways. The first one using Nature with the recently buffed up Lady Anacondra, using the Toxic Venom equipment, using Brucon with the Lightning Rod equipment, and also using him to slow down the caster on the boss fight, so the order of operation of the boss is out of order, and thus you won't take a bunch of damage at the end of each individual turn. Guff, we are using Earthen Bracers just because it's the only equipment that really matters. And then Gromosh, we are using Halting Sash, but you don't really ever need to bring him in because you're going to have everything alive anyways. Bane, we just have in here as an additional heal, an additional way to scale nature damage. Same thing with Cookie, but we're using appetizers on him. For the second wave that we're doing this task, we are using Fire. For Fire, we are using Blazing Ban on Chi-Ji. For Geddon, we are using Mark of Collaboration. Ragnaros, we are using Sulphurous. If you have access to Ragnaros, this makes this task incredibly easy to actually do, and Fire is going to be your best bet. But if you don't, then you're going to have to use one of the other 2 builds, both of which rely on slows to actually finish the task out. Then we're using Belinda with Lesser Water Elemental and Antonidas with Cinder Core Staff, but these are really just in here to scale fire damage up even more, and then Cookie is using appetizers. And for the final way that I did this task, it is to be using Nature. Nature, we are using Kazakis with Wild Vine as his equipment. For Vol'jin, we are using Ring of Haste, and also using him for his slow on his first ability on the caster, as mentioned earlier, similar to the Nature build. Ajar, we are using Xylith, just so we have some type of healing and sustain. For Yasarj, we are using Mark of Yasarj as his equipment. For Sinestra, we are using Mana Brooch, and Cookie, we are using appetizers. Alrighty, I'll show off how to do this task with all 3 builds, starting out with Nature, then going into Fire, and then finally with Shadow. So let's begin. Alright, now for the boss fight as Nature, we are going to be putting down Lady Anacondra, Brucon, and Guff. We are going to be hard focusing down the caster by using Lady Anacondra's first ability, then using Brucon's second ability, and then using Guff's second ability. We are using Brucon's second ability to mess with the timings on this boss fight, thus giving us a much easier time and not having any of our mercenaries be taking additional damage off of the main boss body itself. And then it's just rinse and repeat from here. The Anacondra just to be a little bit safe, and then we are also still going to use Muddy Footing just so we don't have to deal with that. Alright, now for Fire, we are going to be putting down Chi-Ji, Geddon, and Ragnaros. And unlike the Nature combo, we actually don't have to worry about being frozen at all with this build. Though we are still going to focus down the caster just to be a little bit safe, because we don't want Ragnaros to actually die here. And then we're going to heal a little bit up, use Geddon's second ability again, and then use Ragnaros' first ability. This should allow us to get the caster dead this turn and not having to worry about it for much longer. And I guess it missed a little bit, but oh well. And then we just repeat the first turn again. Now time for Shadow. we are going to be putting down our mercenaries of Zakis, Vol'jin, and Ajara. We are going to be focusing down the caster probably here. We're going to use faster just because everything here actually casts. And then we are also going to be using Ajara's first ability to hit the main boss body by a little bit. Oh, I guess we're going to put up a 2020 instead. Because Frostbite does actually attack. But very similar to the nature strategy, we are basically using Vol'jin's first ability to slow down the caster so we don't have to deal with the combo between the main body and the caster itself. And then it's just rinse and repeat from here. Alright, I hope this guide was helpful for you, and if it was, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and until the next one, bye-bye.